Hi, everybody. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. I'm your tapping expert. And today's video is on a topic that I had never really thought of before. It never really came to me before until this morning when I was working with a colleague and we were tapping on her physical pain. And one thing I've always recognized is that when we have physical pain, no matter what the cause is, the cause may have been originally an accident or an injury or some other kind of physical trauma, but there's always an emotional component to pain. And as we worked through her pain, we began to realize that for many of us, physical pain is more bearable than emotional pain. So imagine this, just stay with me here and just kind of picture we go through our entire lives and there are just things we are so uncomfortable looking at or dealing with or facing because we think it's going to be super painful and super scary, and might be a little, but so we keep repressing this emotion, this negative emotion. We keep repressing it because we think we're afraid it's going to be super scary, super painful. And oftentimes, I'm going to suggest that almost all the time, that turns into physical pain. And the physical pain seems more bearable than making ourselves turn and look at whatever is bothering us. Now, I know that sounds like, why would I do that? Of course, emotional pain isn't as bad as physical pain, but you know that it can be, it can feel like it is. Or that maybe even we think, well, I'll just punish myself a little bit with this physical pain so I don't have to look at the emotional pain, the cause of the emotional pain. And when we got to that, we were able to dig further into emotional pain. But here's the great thing about tapping, and I just want you to start tapping if any of this is activating anything in you. I've always said that tapping is like a wonderful way to hold our own hand with compassion as we look at these things, as we deal with this stuck emotion, this stuck energy in our body. All right. And on top of that, and just keep tapping around, know that our physical bodies are meant to be conduits of this energy, not containers. And every time we refuse to deal with our emotions, not feel them, stuff them, interrupt them, we are containerizing, containing this emotion. And containing emotion will eventually cause a disruption in the body's energy system. And we want to get that back to flow state. And so consider that if you're having chronic pain, that there's some underlying chronic emotion, and you don't have to do it alone. Right? You can work with a practitioner, you can find some videos to tap along with, or as we found this morning, you don't even have to go to it directly. I don't recommend you just dive in and face those things directly. It's not always the best way to do it. We have a technique in tapping called sneak up on it. And that doesn't mean we're going to sneak up and trap it. It just means we're going to gently get to it. Get a little closer this time, a little closer this time, a little closer this time, and just keep tapping, or we make a metaphor, without trying to identify what this old emotion is. What does the energy of the pain look like? What does it feel like? And then we just tap on that. And as things begin to resolve and express, our body has the chance to metabolize this old energy that we've been kind of holding on to. And this is why I encourage you just to tap a little bit every day. Maybe give yourself 5 minutes of tapping. You don't have to use any words, or you can use words, and don't worry about what the words are, because as you can see, I'm tapping and talking, which is just totally fine. You might rant and tap. Identify some thought that you have and just tap on it. Say it out loud. You can say it angrily out loud to yourself, and just tap until the intensity of all that emotion, all that energy begins to diminish. And there's a good chance you'll notice it after just 5 minutes of tapping. And if you do it every day, and here's what I'm going to suggest: try it every day for 30 days, 5 minutes, set a timer, and just tap and notice how things in your life begin to shift and change. Again, our body is meant to be a conduit of all this emotional energy, not a container. And facing our feelings, our emotions are just energy. Feelings are just energy. Thoughts are just energy. And tapping helps us diminish or lighten up that energy and allow it to flow. It's like we've had this stuff stuck in our bodies for years, decades even, and things got kind of backed up. And so before your body screams even louder, just do some gentle tapping so you can free yourself. Let me know how it goes tapping every day for 5 minutes, 5 minutes of wordless tapping, and notice what changes in your life. You can do more than that if you want, but even with just that little amount, and by the end of 30 days, you'll be able to face what's bugging you. You'll begin to get more insights about what's going on with you, and just trust those insights. Don't make a big deal out of things. Just gently let things flow through you, flow through. It doesn't have to be scary. And if you can find someone to tap with you who you trust, and someone who knows how to tap so that they don't take things personally and they don't try to fix you or change you, that's ideal. This is what my colleague and I do. We trade with each other. And over the years, I mean, we've been tapping together for 10 or 12 years. Over the years, we have helped each other through so much shit. And, we still experience shit because we're human and we haven't completely transcended into a higher realm yet. We're still in this human form, and part of being human is having emotions. All right, I hope this is helpful. Leave comments, ask questions. I'd love to hear from you. All right, thanks for watching.